Hello my friends. My name is Bot Mathematician and this is Holomancer.
Also, Chief Investigative Reporter Dora joined us this evening.
Gadgets and Gazette always gets the scoop.
Today you will find the top of the most useful legendary cards of the Year of the Wolf.
We've collected a ton of data on each card, including utility for top archetypes and off-meta decks in Wild and Standard, as well as overall popularity and win rates in both formats. In addition, we've added data on card usage in the best dual starting decks. Then, we added all this data to the table and our utility index algorithm independently determined the most useful card.
As always, I've added ratings to some of the cards, which I managed to collect during the reveal season from popular YouTubers and through voting in our community. This way, in some cases, you will be able to compare expectations with harsh reality.
We have the most useful and objective list without subjective factors. Personally, I already have all the necessary cards, but this top helped me identify the missing legendary cards to unlock Diamond Elise.
You can use this list for more than just recommendations for crafting. This is the best guide for new players, a great opportunity to identify the most hopelessly useless cards for disenchant, find out how useful are cards that were leaders in the past, and finally find out how useful your preferred legendary card is.
It is worth noting an important nuance. This list ignores recent balance changes, so the usefulness of some cards may change, but we don't expect any fundamental changes. Also note that the list only includes cards from the Year of the Wolf expansions, which means that the cards are protected from rotation and will be available in the standard format throughout the next game year.
Before we continue, we want to express our boundless gratitude to our sponsors. Dear friends, your support is invaluable.
Dear viewers, our videos require a huge amount of effort to collect data and prepare infographics. We will be grateful for any support. Likes, comments, subscription to the channel and sponsorship motivate us to create new useful videos in the difficult situation in our country.
Guys, let's finally get to our list. I'll give you a little spoiler. Of the nearly 90 cards, more than 60 can be considered conditionally useful. Cards with a utility index of more than 30% are useful in some aspects of the game, most often in experimental builds or unpopular meta decks with low efficiency. The list starts with the worst cards. Enjoy watching.
All shall pass! I bring the Megadeth!
I have seen all futures. Yours ends here.
Music's for everybody, eh?
Music is the truth. Just listen.
Millhouse in the house!
The light bends to my sweet moves.
You will all cheer for me! I mean us!
Shikiel, Asbeladum, Galar!
You're in the right place to melt your face!
Oh, you think you can battle rap?
Hey, I'll knock him dead!
Play the bridge, then burn it down.
My torment is my muse.
You call down the vengeance of thunder!
We gonna need more room in the pit!
No one moves like I do.
Life, nature, all flourish under my care.
Threat detected. Dispatching battle bots.
You gotta let the music do the magic.
You will break as we have been broken!
Looks like your luck is running out.
We will scour the strata of this land.
Great harvest, eh, Pa?
Yes, Ma.
Their legacy will be reduced to ashes!
The Master is free! And chaos reigns!
Anyone need a bottle?
Our work now shapes life as we know it. Mortality is weakness.
The whispers. I can't resist.
May the winds of the north empower you.
Gun or glaive, you don't stand a chance.
You summoned me for this. Disgraceful. Ogre gang, run like the wind! You will be remade.
The power of a titan in my hands!
I didn't intentionally pursue leadership, but I find it quite suits me.
Make room for more boom!
Time to light a fire under this town.
The legacy of the Titans shall never die! Everything you know will be swept away! What story will you give my work?
This train stops for no one! Let's show these fine folks some Badlands hospitality.
Mechanical host exceeds expectations by 1000%!
By honor eternal, we serve.
Everybody, pose for the camera!
After all I've done, the future will not be lost.
No gems escape from Drilly the Kid.
I'm gonna punch ya! Knowledge will be your salvation.
Take a good look. You ain't never seen the light again.
You have earned an eternity of torment.
True mages master all magic!
Fools following a falsehood! None can stand against Tashalak.
I bestow these gifts upon the world.
Hey, you! Install these for me, won't yez?
The Grim Totem have had enough of your noise!
Amuse me with your tales of victory. The Time Ways reveal Azeroth's potential. Your fate is bound to me. The end of days is finally upon you!
A curse of frogs upon you. It's really a blessing.
Impressed by my thunderous display?
I will not forsake you.
The runes decide your fate. The Titan's flame shall never die!
Thousand Needles, are you ready to rock?
Time to get cooking!
3 cards received 100% usefulness, 2 of which are free.
Reno Lone Ranger, ETC Band Manager and Ignis the Eternal Flame are the main key cards. It is worth noting the extremely high usefulness of the legendary tools of the Year of the Wolf. More than 40 legendary cards have a utility ratio above 60% and therefore are extremely useful. The Festival of Legends expansion contains the most useless cards.
Of course, you don't need all the useful cards to be effective, but all legendary cards with a high usefulness rating will allow you to play with as many different strategies as possible.
Our traditional question will be dedicated to the legendary cards of the previous year, which will be rotated in a few months.
Dear viewers, have you managed to unlock at least one free diamond legendary card from the Year of the Hydra expansions by obtaining almost all the legendary cards in the set?
Share your thoughts in the comments and join the polls in the community tab. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you for spending this time with us. We really hope that we will have the opportunity to get in touch in the next video.
Take care of yourself.
And never give up.
Job's done.